52 years. That's how long it took for Africa to finally send 10 teams to a single World Cup. This isn't just history. This is a statement. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is the biggest football tournament in history, 48 teams, 3 countries, 1 trophy. And Africa is showing up like never before. But which of our 10 nations actually has what it takes to go deep? Who could pull off something special, and who might be heading home early? I've ranked all 10 African teams from least likely to cause damage, all the way up to the one that could genuinely shock the world. Let's get into it. 10 nations. 1 continent. Let's rank them all. Starting us off is DR Congo, and honestly, just qualifying is the story here. The Leopards haven't been at a World Cup since 1974. That's over 50 years in the wilderness. They came through the Intercontinental Playoff by beating Jamaica 1-0 in extra time, and before that, they knocked Nigeria out of the African playoffs. Let that sink in. They beat Nigeria to be here. Key man, Yon Wissa from Brentford. Quick, direct, dangerous on the counter. He can cause problems for anyone on his day. But Group K is brutal. Portugal are one of the favorites to win the whole thing. Colombia are flying. And even Uzbekistan won't roll over. DR Congo's mission is simple: don't get embarrassed, give everything, and show the world Africa's football is evolving. Chances of reaching the round of 16? Slim. But the Leopards are back, and that alone means something. Cape Verde. A country of under 600,000 people. And they're at the World Cup. This is a feel-good story. The Blue Sharks topped their qualifying group, beating some strong opposition to earn their first ever World Cup appearance. This is a nation punching so far above its weight it's not even funny. Their squad is a mix of players from the Portuguese leagues and a few in France and Belgium. Not household names, but organized, hardworking, and incredibly motivated. The problem? They've been drawn with Spain, Uruguay, and Saudi Arabia. That is a genuinely difficult group. Spain are arguably the most informed team in Europe. Uruguay have Luis Suarez generation fading but still possess real quality. Cape Verde's best chance is the Saudi Arabia game. Win that, and suddenly anything is possible. Don't expect a deep run, but expect heart, unity, and a story that'll make neutrals cheer. Tunisia are experienced World Cup regulars, but they've never really delivered on the biggest stage. They've been to 6 World Cups and only ever advanced past the group stage once, back in 1978. That drought needs to end. Their squad has solid European-based players. Experienced, disciplined, and hard to break down. But the question mark is always going up top. Do they have the firepower to win the games they need? Group F has Netherlands and Japan, 2 quality sides, plus Sweden. Tunisia will need to be at their very best to sneak through as one of the best third-place teams. This is likely another group stage exit for the Eagles, but if things fall their way and they get a result against Sweden, you never know. This one stings a little because Ivory Coast have the talent to be ranked much higher, but their group is just brutal. The Elephants are the reigning African Cup of Nations champions. Frank Kessie, Seko Fofana, Evan Dika, Wilfried Singo, this is a squad full of top-level players. On their day, they can compete with anyone. But Germany. In Group E. That's a mountain to climb right there. Here's the opportunity though: Ecuador and Curaçao are also in this group. 2 wins from those games, and Ivory Coast could still sneak into the knockout rounds as a best third-place team. The goal is to beat the teams they should beat, and not embarrass themselves against Germany. Ivory Coast have the class to go deep in this tournament. The draw just made it much harder. Ghana's football has been in chaos off the pitch for a while. Managerial instability, administrative drama, the pain of missing out on Qatar. But the Black Stars are back, and this time, they have something genuinely special. Mohamed Kudus at West Ham is one of the most exciting attacking players in world football right now. He's creative, unpredictable, and capable of single-handedly changing a game. Build the attack around him. They're in Group L with England and Croatia. England will be tough. But Croatia, who won't have Luka Modric at his peak anymore, and Panama? Those are very winnable games. Ghana's path to the knockout rounds is real. 2 wins and they're through. The Black Stars have done it before and they can do it again. Kudus could be the breakout star of this entire World Cup. Watch this space. Okay, Mzansi. This one's for you. Bafana are back at a World Cup for the first time since 2010, the year we hosted it, the year Chabalala gave us that goal, the year the Vuvuzela became global. That was 16 years ago. And this team? This team is different. Coach Hugo Bruce has built something real here. He knocked Nigeria out of qualifying. He made AFCON semifinals. This isn't just a team happy to be there, this team believes. Ronwen Williams in goal is world-class. His penalty save record at AFCON is genuinely one of the best in history. The man is a brick wall. And up front, Lyle Foster at Burnley brings pace and physicality. Midfielder Tebaho Makona from Mamelodi Sundowns is the engine room. Underrated by anyone outside Africa, but those of us who watch him know. Now look at that group. Mexico are hosts and dangerous. South Korea are organized and disciplined. But Czechia? That is a very winnable game. If Bafana beat Czechia and nick a draw or a result against either Mexico or South Korea, they are through. The round of 16 is genuinely achievable. And if you don't believe me, they opened the whole tournament against Mexico on June 11th at the Azteca. The world is watching. It's time to show them who Bafana are. Algeria are one of Africa's most underrated teams at this tournament and their group gives them a genuine path. Yes, Argentina are there. Yes, they're the world champions. But Jordan and Austria are also in this group, and those are games Algeria can absolutely win. Riyad Mahrez. Whether he's fully fit and motivated is the big question, but at his best he's one of the most technically gifted players on the continent. Around him, Algeria have a disciplined, hard-working squad with European pedigree throughout. Manager Jamal Belmadi has this team well-drilled. They don't concede easily. And they can be devastatingly efficient on the counter. Path, beat Jordan, beat Austria, take a point from Argentina and they're through. It's not a fantasy. It's a very realistic target. Algeria could be Africa's quiet surprise package at this World Cup. One name. One reason. Mohamed Salah. He's Africa's all-time top scorer in World Cup qualification. He netted a hat-trick to become the continent's record scorer during the 2026 qualifying campaign. He is one of the best players on planet Earth, and he has never played at a World Cup in his prime. This is it. This is his moment. And this group? This group is kind to Egypt. Belgium are there, yes, but Iran and New Zealand are absolutely beatable. Win those 2 games, and Egypt are through. A draw against Belgium, and they top the group. Omar Marmush from Manchester City provides a second goal threat to take pressure off Salah. Coach Hassam Hassan, ironically Egypt's all-time top scorer before Salah, knows this team deeply. Egypt have never won a World Cup match. Never. Not once. That needs to change here, and with this draw, this squad, and Salah at the peak of his powers, it should. If Salah fires, Egypt could reach the quarter-finals. The planet needs to be watching. Reigning AFCON champions. One of the deepest squads in Africa. A manager building something special. Senegal are legitimate contenders. Sadio Mane is the heart and soul, and he's hungry. He missed the 2022 World Cup through injury and watched his team exit in the round of 16. He's been working for this. But Senegal aren't just Mane anymore. Nicholas Jackson is a Premier League striker who can lead the line at the highest level. Idrissa Gueye and Pape Gueye give them real bite in midfield. And Kalidou Koulibaly at centre-back remains one of the finest defenders in world football. Now, France are in this group. Yes. But Iraq and Norway? Senegal should win both of those games comfortably. Here's something interesting. Senegal meet France on June 17th. A rematch of the famous 2002 group stage, where Senegal shocked the world and beat France 1-0 in their very first World Cup match. History. Could it repeat? Senegal have the quality, the squad depth, and the hunger to reach the quarter-finals. They're Africa's second best bet at this tournament. Did you watch Qatar 2022? Did you watch Morocco become the first African nation in history to reach a World Cup semi-final? Did you watch them beat Spain on penalties, then Portugal 1-0, then push France all the way? They did that. And they're back. Morocco are ranked in Pot 2, the first African team ever placed there at a World Cup draw. The world respects them now in a way it didn't 4 years ago. Achraf Hakimi, PSG's right-back, Champions League winner, one of the 6 best players on the planet according to the Ballon d'Or rankings. He is the captain. He is the engine. He is extraordinary. Brahim Diaz finished as AFCON 2025's top scorer, 5 goals in 5 games. The first player in tournament history to score in every group game and continue into the knockouts. He's on fire. Yassine Bounou in goal, one of the best keepers in the world. Yes, there's off-pitch drama. Coach Walid Regragui resigned in March 2026, just 3 months before the tournament. New coach Mohamed Wabi steps in from the youth setup. There's also the fallout from a controversial AFCON final against Senegal that shook African football. These are real concerns. But the squad? The squad is still elite. Group C, Brazil, Scotland, Haiti. Morocco should advance. Scotland and Haiti are very beatable. Brazil will be the test, but Morocco have beaten world powers before. If Morocco can get through the group in good form, they have the defensive organization, the individual quality, and the collective belief to go all the way to the semifinals again, or further. This is Africa's #1 team at the 2026 World Cup. And they know it. 10 teams. 1 continent. And for the first time in history, we're sending a record 10 nations to the biggest stage in football. Morocco could reach another semi-final. Egypt have Salah finally at his peak. Senegal are AFCON champions. Bafana are back. Algeria are flying under the radar. Ghana have kudos. Africa is not just here to participate. Africa is here to compete. Drop a comment below, which African nation do you think goes furthest? Who's your pick for a surprise run? And if you're riding with any of these teams, hit subscribe, because we'll be covering every single African nation throughout this tournament, match by match. The World Cup has started. Let's go!